Hello, welcome to the Warframe Collective. Today we're counting down the 3 most visually appealing male Warframe, and this list is going to be in no particular order, and I know some people aren't going to agree with this list, so there will be a part 2. But without further ado, let's just jump into this bitch. Now first of all, we have Excalibur coming through in this bitch, looking like, I feel like 1,000 platinum. Nah, but for real though, Excalibur is a really good looking frame. And then on top of that, Excalibur has the benefit of having been around for so long that he's had a lot of great Tenno-Gen customization added to his kit. Excalibur also has the luxury of the fact that even if you don't have Umbra Excalibur, which you will get eventually by simply playing the story, the base version of Excalibur actually looks pretty fucking good. That's one reason why a lot of people choose Excalibur. But then on top of that, not only does Excalibur look really fucking good, but because he's been around for so long, he has a lot of great customization. So you can really dive into Excalibur, assuming you have a bunch of his skins unlocked, and you can really do a nice, really cool custom Excalibur. Like that Corporate Excalibur, I've actually been meaning to buy this skin. This is probably going to be the next Excalibur skin that I buy. But no matter what Excalibur skin you buy, all of them look pretty fucking decent. And I even had to scroll down here to the bottom to look at that Excalibur Zato skin because that shit's fucking fire. I totally forgot this skin came out and I meant to buy this skin because this looks like one of the best skins in the game. I just don't use Excalibur as often as I should. Therefore, I never bought this skin, but I'm definitely gonna get this motherfucker next. Now, coming in at number 2 in this bitch, you have the boy Loki, everybody's favorite trickster Warframe, coming through like, I feel like 1,000 platinum. Nah, but for real though, Loki is another one of those Warframes to where even if you only have the base version of Loki, the base version actually colors really well and you can do a really good color scheme just with base Loki. And then if you have Loki Prime, that's just the cherry on top because Loki Prime looks fucking great. Now, if you've been around a Warframe for any amount of time, you've probably picked up Loki at one point or another to run some of these spy missions. Loki at one time was the definitive spy Warframe, but he's been overshadowed by other Warframe like Ivara, Wukong, Ash, hell, even Wisp. Wisp is a viable spy frame as long as you're jumping around and taking advantage of her passive ability, which gives you a brief stint of invisibility as long as you're in the air. So you might as well just keep jumping around with her if you're bringing her to a spy mission. And a lot of players do that. Loki also used to be one of the definitive dagger Warframes. If you were a Warframe that specialized in daggers, most likely you were using Loki with covert lethality and fatal teleport. But due to the dagger rework, that's kind of been taken away from Loki as well. So you could say Loki's lost a lot of his viability. Now Loki still does have one thing in his kit that a lot of people overlook, and that's his 4th ability combined with his augment, Irradiating Disarm. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, why would you ever use that, yada yada yada. Listen, my guy, there's been so many times where I've been on Deviri and rolled Loki, and Irradiating Disarm puts in work. So although Loki may have lost a lot of his practicality, Loki is still really good, and Loki is low-key good looking. Last but not least, we have Volt Prime in this bitch, particularly his Prime variant because his base variant doesn't look as cool, but his Prime variant, that's a fucking Volt I can respect. Now when it comes to Warframes that can buff your damage, crowd control, and make you move really fast, Volt's never stopped. Volt has been in this bitch from the very beginning, and Volt Prime is a force to be reckoned with. Now, Volt is another one of those frames that has the benefit of being really fucking good. And then on top of that, since Volt has been around for such a long ass time, Volt also has the benefit of having a fuck ton of skins available to him. Now, when it comes to skins, Volt has a ton of fucking variety, because depending on what skins you have access to, it's like, hey man, do you want to look like a fucking thunder god, or do you want to look like a conduit of electricity? Do you want to look like a goddamn Power Ranger, or do you want to look like an electricist? Or you can just fucking make Volt all red, and this motherfucker will hop out this bitch looking like Freakazoid. I bet you a lot of motherfuckers don't know who that is. Anyway, yeah, Volt is a savage beast, and he's a really good looking Warframe. And if you're not using Volt, you really should be. Volt was actually my first Warframe. I picked Volt up because it seemed like everybody and their goddamn mother was using Excalibur, so me, trying to be different, I picked up Volt. Shortly after I picked up Volt, I was like, why the fuck did I pick up Volt? Volt sucks. But Volt didn't suck, I sucked. I remember maxing out my Volt and putting him in storage and almost never touching him again until I got my hands on Volt Prime. I had swapped out my base Volt for Valkyr because back then, Valkyr was just such a fucking beast. And then on top of that, if you were channeling Hysteria, she just almost would never die. So she seemed like a really cool Warframe. But Volt wasn't the problem. I was the problem. I sucked at the game until I realized how fucking good Volt really is. Volt is just one of those Warframes to where whether you like him or you hate him, you can't stop him. You can't slow him down. He's just there. And no matter what, if a Volt is in a mission with you, you will feel the speed force. So get used to moving really, really fast in this bitch. Anyway, guys, that's gonna wrap up this video. Likes, comments, and subs are all greatly appreciated. But the best thing you guys can do for me at this point is just to have a beautiful day. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.